What's up you guys, welcome back to another video. So today is a very exciting day because we are gonna get the 240 started. When we bought the car, the guy told us that it needed a new starter, so we're gonna go ahead and check that out. Fingers crossed that the car will be running today.
Alright guys, so the car doesn't start, so I'm just going over some small things. I'm gonna try and jump it, but one thing I did notice is that on the 240s, they have these little pedal ignition. I don't know what it's called, but this thing needs to be pushed down right here. And if you notice, there's nothing to push down that little switch. And when you look on the bottom, you see these broken rubber pieces. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why the car ain't starting.
So to fix the clutch, we're gonna be using a penny and some tape, and we're just gonna tape it to the back of this bracket. There you go. Okay, let's see if it works.
That's it.
That's it? What is
Raise
it?
the idle on the... It's almost there. Alright, here, let's try it. It's almost there. Come on, baby! Oh, it's almost there! Alright guys, so I think this thing is gonna start, but we're gonna go ahead and add some starting fluid in here because I believe it has to do something with the fuel pump because I don't really hear it clicking on. Alright, try it. Okay. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and test out the spark. I got an extra spark plug. I took off the plug and I put the spark plug on here, and I'm gonna touch it to the metal. She's gonna crank it and we're gonna see if it has some spark in it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but this one has spark. So we're gonna move on to the next one.
So we checked the ECU to see if it pulled up any codes, and it's showing number 12. So that is the coolant temperature sensor. So we're just gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit and see if that does anything. So to clean it up, I just used a wire brush and some Dawn, and that seemed to do the trick. So we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this and see if it works. So now the sensor looks good. I used one of these wire brushes and some Dawn, and I'm gonna just put it back in.
Alright, go ahead and start it. Oh wait, hold on. It's not gonna start because the plugs are not in. Alright, okay, go for it. Alright guys, it's rant time. So if you guys seen in that last clip, the car has rod knock. Now where do I start? Alright, so when I first saw the post for this 240, it said it was a complete original car. It had 170,000 miles on it. It said everything was legit on the car. The only thing it needs was a starter in the post. That's exactly what it says. Now that the car has rod knock, I feel like the price that I paid for it was a little bit too much. I paid $3,500 for that car, thinking it only needed a starter. Now, what upsets me the most was the fact that I feel like I was lied to or I was being played. First things first, I talked to the guy. This was his story. He said he received the car from his friend he said the car was his father's car and it hadn't ran in 2 years. He says he didn't know what the problem was and he just wanted to get rid of it. So the guy I bought it from ended up taking the car. I don't know how he got it there. I'm assuming he towed it there. And it sat there. He had it for about a month, a few weeks I should say. When I went to go check the car, I went to go check the oil and the oil was already changed. That should have been a red flag. That leads me to believe that he probably knew the car had something wrong with the engine, because when I opened up the oil pan, there was metal flakes. So he knew something was wrong with the car, which is the whole reason why he wanted to get rid of it. Now, another flag was I found a sensor wire in the engine bay. Hold on. When I got the car home, I looked over the engine trying to figure out how to get it started, and I found this tucked behind the fuse box. Now, I didn't know what this was connected to in the beginning, but upon further notice, it was connected, or this is the wire harness for the knock sensor. This is a replacement harness for the knock sensor. So, either he knew or somebody else knew that something was wrong with the engine. Now, another thing was, off camera, I was looking over the car figuring out why it wouldn't start, and I noticed the timing was all the way on retarded, and I was like, this is not how it's supposed to be. So I advanced it, cranked it, as you guys seen, it started right up. But there was a knock. Now the knock that was probably the second time we started it. The first time the knock was really bad. I'll probably insert the clip right here. As you would probably guess, I was speechless because according to the owner, or the previous owner that I bought it from, the car ran fine, it's perfect, it just needs a starter. So I'm pretty irritated, as you guys could assume, so I hit up the seller on OfferUp, which is where I found the car. I told him, hey man, I was able to get the car started, but the engine's bunk, man. It has a rod knock on it. You specifically said in your post that it only needed a starter. And his response was, nah man, I told you I got it from my friend and it hasn't been running for 2 years. Which, granted, that is what he told me, but the fact that you or someone else went through the engine already, did some work. I mean, this dude drives a boosted Integra. I'm not gonna name any names. We squashed the beef. That's why I'm not gonna put him on blast. But either he knew or the previous owner of the car knew. I'm the third owner of this car, including the seller. So this is an all original car, which is hard to come by these days. And you know, for the price that I pay, for the price to get the car running, it's still gonna be a pretty good deal. But I feel like I was lied to, which is the most irritating part. Because I'm being straight up with you. I'm the most straight up person that you could probably meet. I'm real. What you see is what you get. I don't front, I don't lie, there's no need for all of that. I bought this car for Christine. You know, if it was for me, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But I bought this for somebody else. I bought this for my wife, right? It's supposed to be a nice get in, go project that we don't need to do any major work on till later. You know, she's been asking for a 240 for a very long time, and yes, I could have done a better job at looking at the car before I bought it, and there were telltale signs, but you know, sometimes you get a little misguided, or you get a little bit off track when you're looking at a car, and especially when you really want the car, or it's a unicorn as they call it. But I should have known something was wrong with it. But like I said, I hate that someone lied to me. Someone knew. And not only that, the guy said the car was on non-op. It was on non-op, but there was $700 worth of fees that I needed to pay in order to get the car back on the road. which is, I don't know how that works here, because in Hawaii, if you put your car in storage, you don't need to pay any fees on it in order to get it back on the road, unless you have to pay registration. So I'm in this car at least $4 grand right now, and it's not running. The owner of this car, he was a kid, right? I knew one of his friends, he was one of my older coworkers. He's a kid. So when you're a kid, you do stupid things, right? So pretty much I squashed it. I said, you know, bro, I don't like being lied to. You know, you could have just told me the truth, blah, 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 blah. He said, you know what, bro, I didn't lie to you, on God. Everything I told you was the truth. You know what, I just left it at that. I'm like, all right, I believe you. Have a good life. It's a little irritating. It's not like money grows on trees for me. If you guys didn't know, I am a single income family. I'm the only one that works. Christine doesn't work to take care of the baby. So, did we take a hit? A little bit. But it's nothing that we can't fix. We're gonna bounce back even harder. If you guys wanna go ahead and support the channel, the best thing that you guys can do is to share the channel. We want people to know who Diamonds on a Budget Garage is. You know, I get so many DMs every day. So like, oh, you guys are so dope, you know, husband and wife goals and stuff like that. And I appreciate that. That's what keeps us going. It keeps us moving. It keeps us motivated to do what we do. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this car. We're gonna go ahead and take off the oil pan and see what the damage is. And that'll be in the next video. So please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button to be part of the notification gang. Make sure you share our channel with the world. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. We're gonna bounce back. This is nothing, all right? We just brush it off. Thank you guys so much for all the support and the love you guys show to us. You guys are amazing. You guys motivate us to keep doing what we're doing. And we'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out and stay good.